Elfie. There you are. So this is a little box that Elfie got that he absolutely loves. I reused it a handful of times. Basically what I did was I put snacks in the bottom of that basket, and he had to take out all the toys one by one in order for him to figure out what he was gonna need to go through to get to his toys. So if you look at the side of the basket, I don't know if I can see. Well, this, not this side, it's the other one. It's got a bunch of holes in it, and it's basically like, if you look at the top, it's like hanging from a thread. So he definitely went through this thing. He loves it. Hi, buddy. He's like, leave me alone, human. I am rummaging. Up to no good. I just cleaned up your cage and your stand, and I know it's gonna be dirty soon. What's going on, guys? Alan here with Parrots&Co, and in this video I wanted to talk about how to get your parrot to play with toys a little bit better. I was actually getting ready to clean out Elfie's cage, or actually in the process now of finishing to clean it up here. So I just kind of stripped everything, and I was going to put some new toys that I ordered off of Amazon, and basically just kind of give you guys my 2 cents on as to how to make your parrot more kind of independent, play with toys. You know, as you guys probably already know or might not know, it's important to make sure that your parrot is able to self-entertain and play with its own toys, and kind of take a step back from always wanting to be on you or be around you 24/7. So I know a lot of people that reach out to me, they say, hey, I have a parrot that screams, and whenever I leave the room or whenever I'm doing anything else, like my parrot just doesn't want anything to do with anything that's not being on my shoulder or near me or on me. And as soon as I leave the room, you know, my parrot then starts yelling or whatever. It doesn't really want to play with toys and such. So I figured I'd just kind of give you guys some ideas as to what I do to make Elfie self-entertain a little bit more, but also get him to play with his toys. Because when I first got him, he was the same way. He used to yell for attention every time I left the room. He was kind of had a little bit of separation anxiety. But now moving forward, basically for the most part during the day, you know, he eats his breakfast. We start the day, I work from home, so I'm always around in the office, and I can't have him yelling. He basically starts playing with his toys that he knows, like, this is the time where he has to self-entertain and hang out. And then I let him out a little bit after, and he still has to self-entertain because I can't be giving him attention 24/7. But, you know, I will stop here and there and kind of give him scratches or lubbies, and, you know, and pet him and still give him attention. But it's not like focus one attention. So if you guys are having similar issues to where your parents still want to play with toys, this is some of the things that I do, and I'm going to show you my kind of setup that I'm going to put together for Elfie, and kind of getting him excited to want to play with his toys and such. And yeah, in the beginning, like I said, he didn't really want to play with toys. He was just kind of a not interested at all. And a lot of times what you just have to do is figure out what are the right toys that your parrot's going to enjoy playing with, and basically setting up in a way to make them look forward to hanging out and playing by themselves for a little bit and self-entertaining, because at the end of the day, parrots do love destroying things. It's natural for them. They like foraging, they like doing all these things. So we just have to make the environment in such a way to where, you know, it's beneficial for them and it's working out so that they want to do that. And with that being said as well, I guess like I had just said, you know, in the beginning, Alfie didn't actually play with toys till about like 6 months or so after, and I just had to like try different things and figure out really what motivated him. And it wasn't just about maybe doing some specific things with toys. It had to do with changing his overall routine, what he was eating, his diet, his sleep patterns, all these little things. They all kind of feed back to your parrot looking forward and wanting to maybe forage through toys and self-entertain, and, you know, anyway, but we'll dive into that in just a second. Let's check out some of the toys that I got for Elfie. Another thing that's important, guys, is parrots like to chew through different textures, and if the toys are too big for a Senegal, it's going to be hard for him to go through a block and destroy it. Oh, what you got there? I know where it's going to go, on the floor right now. Yep. Oh yeah, look at that basket. Nice and chewed up. Alright, so see, these are some of the toys that I picked up on Amazon. I kind of have been going to Amazon as my go-to because, you know, basically if you don't have time to make your own toys and then you go to like the local bird store, they like, honestly, for the most part, in my opinion, they kind of rip you off. On Amazon, you can basically buy whatever they sell for like $2 for a plastic shoe. You can get a set of like 5 for like the same price, $4 or whatever. So I just kind of started using Elfie's old hardware that he used to have from his other toys, and then basically making new ones. But let's see what we got here. So this is a little I guess, nest thing that I like to set up for Elfie, where basically I hang it up on the actual cage. And in here, what I like to do, especially with these little balls, is I like to add snacks and treats that he can forage through. So it makes him look forward to want to start playing with this and foraging through this. So adding snacks will really help out. Like this little box, I can definitely add snacks to it, and he's going to be hanging on this in a little bit, trying to get through that. I've already used these balls before here. It's the same concept, like they just hang, and I basically let my bird see me stuff snacks in here, and then I stuff them in there, and then he's like starts going to town because he's like, I know somewhere in this ball, you know, we got some snacks or whatever. And then let's see what else we got here. Come here, little sucker. This is actually kind of hard to do with just one hand. Ooh, we got a big boy here. Okay. So this is going to be another similar toy that I'm going to hang in the cage. It's pretty solid. See these little balls? You can buy these on Amazon in like a 20 pack, and I stuff them with snacks in there, and Elfie loves chewing through these things. So I'm going to hang this up. I think this one's going to be a winner. And to be honest, guys, like a lot of this stuff, like I had to basically on my own figure out what he liked and didn't like just from trial and error. So you just want to try different things, and you want to make sure that no matter what, that you have plenty of toys for your bird. And then this is another box that I have that I hang in his cage. It basically just has little chewing blocks that he uses, sometimes old toys that fall off from here, like I'll add them in here and he can kind of rummage through that, play with it, you know, popsicle sticks, another version of a popsicle stick. You know, sometimes a lot of these things that people sell for like 20 bucks, like you can make yourself if you have the time. And I'll probably do another video on how to make toys, but this is kind of the little setup that I have for now. This is gonna plenty entertain him, and I'm gonna show you guys in a little bit how I stuff some goods in there so that he's interested. But yeah, you just gotta try different things. He doesn't like everything, but once I figure out what he likes, I just get more of that. And I remember this guy, he was like, oh, like I have a bird or whatever, and he, you know, is kind of always, how do you explain it, needy and whatever, and because he's not really independent, he's always yells when I leave. And I said, well, let me look at your cage setup. And I was like, well, I mean, there's nothing for your guy to do. That's probably why he's part of the reason why he's not okay with being independent and doesn't really play with toys, because he doesn't have any options to play with. So anyway, let's go set this up and let's go see what Elfie thinks. All right, guys, so little quick setup. I got the little hanging, I don't even know what I call that thing, the yarn twine hanging thing with all the toys on there. I got the swinging rope, or the twine rope with the little balls that you can stuff snacks into, set up. And then this is one of Elfie's personal favorites. He's actually used this one plenty of times. It's like my third or fourth time getting it, so that one's definitely a winner. Some mud blocks he can chew on, and he's got his little toys in the back that he can go through and rummage through as well. And then on the outside, usually I'll take some of these toys if it's too much inside. I'll take them out here, probably put like a napkin down, but when he hangs out of the cage, sometimes he'll like hang out here and play with these toys. So I'll probably actually grab one of these and hang them on this side so it's a little bit more spaced out. But I don't know, Elfie, it might be time for you to get a new cage. You got too many toys and not enough space. It's time to go with a bigger cage. I think that's probably going to be the next one of the next videos I do. A new cage setup for Elfie. It's time to graduate. But yeah, let's bring him over here and see what he thinks. Oh, Elfie, you got some new toys in there, buddy. What's that? Oh, new toys. Yeah, I think it might be time to explore, huh? He's like, huh? He's like, give me a snacky. All right, guys, now I'm gonna show you the magic sauce of how I get Elfie to play with any new toy that can be just put stuff into, and it's basically put little snacks in there. So what I'll do is actually take some of these little fruit snacks that I give Elfie, and then I cut them into little pieces and put them all inside the toys. Like, he knows at this point though that these little snacks are inside the toys, so he just goes straight for it. But that's what I do. I'll take some dried pieces of fruit, little pieces, and then I'll basically put them in there for him so that he can begin to have a reason to go through those toys. And right now I'm gonna go put him through, and he basically knows all these toys. He's really excited. Oh, Elfie, what's that, buddy? That a new toy? Yeah, straight for it. Alright, so I had to move my bird out of the way because he wouldn't let me put the snacks in. He already knows, so he's excited. Elfie, you ready for some snackies? Can you whistle? Oh, good bird, come here. Yeah, it's a good bird. Alright, let's get you in there, buddy. So I basically stuffed him with toys and he already knows. He's going straight for them. He will plenty entertain himself here, so I'm really excited for him. This is part of the things that I like to do to keep himself entertained and just get him to play with toys more, and you can get your pet to play with toys more too, is, you know, try stuffing some treats in there. You know, obviously you want to make sure they have a good diet, because if they don't have a good diet and then you try to feed them treats that are part of their diet, they're not really going to care. It's like having ice cream and somebody offers you ice cream in order to go mow the lawn. You're probably not going to want to. So anyway, you want to make some of them like really easy. So like, I don't know if you can tell from here, but let's see. So that toy right there, if you look at where the yellow star with the green right above it, that little green mark, there's a big treat there that he can clearly see. So you want to make the wins for your bird really easy in the beginning, so that down the road, when you put more treats in there, he gets an easy win, and then it learns, oh yeah, like there's more treats in there. Make the first one easy, positive reinforcement, and then you can start doing that and making it harder and harder over time for your parrot to forage through toys to get the first treats. And Elfie is going to town. So like this toy, you know, I put one little treat in there. It's going to be really hard for Elfie to find it, but that's part of what we do, right? We make the first ones easy and then get them used to getting rewarded for being independent, for playing with toys, and then from there, you can just make it harder and harder. And this is a good way for them to burn energy and to really use their mind and their cleverness and all that good stuff to try to forage and find treats and such. So he's excited now. He's like, oh, I see one over there. See, like that. I like to give him that easy win. He can grab it, and now he knows that, hey, when I start playing with whatever this thing is on the wall, there's going to be more goods in all these other little compartments. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to help out the channel. And with that being said as well, if you guys are interested in learning the step-by-step process on how to develop a well-tamed, well-behaved bird that you can train to do almost anything, whether it's trying to reduce aggression, stop the biting, stop the screaming, or you're just looking to train it for indoor free flight or some tricks, or just work on your bond, right? Feel free to check out the link in the bottom of the description to check out the free training I put together, a step-by-step process on how I was able to take Elfie from a naughty boy to my dream bird. So check that out in the description below. We'll see you guys next time.